So Donald Trump's on the campaign trail. He's going to talk about torture. You want to guess which side he's on? It's not a hard quiz. Yeah, he's on the side of torture. Waterboarding is illegal. It is torture by any and every definition. We have prosecuted people for it in the past. The United States government has, and put them in jail for a very long time. Now, we know that we did do waterboarding against the law during the Bush administration. Even the Bush administration in 2006 said, okay, fine, it's illegal. We won't do it anymore. Now, of course, when President Obama got into office, he said, we never prosecute any crimes that happened in the past. What a funny, funny way to handle that. If you don't prosecute crimes in the past, I got news for you, you don't prosecute any crimes. So part of the reason that President Obama did that is, hey, I'm a president. If I break the law, I don't want anybody arresting me, so I'm not going to arrest Bush or Cheney. Now, at least those days are behind us, because not only did the Bush administration say on the record that they stopped it in 2006 and wouldn't do it anymore, but then the Obama administration continued to say that we definitively do not do waterboarding anymore, and for the moment being, we do not. Unless, of course, we elect Donald Trump. What are his views on it? Let's watch.
This morning they asked me a question. Would you approve waterboarding? Would I approve waterboarding? Would I approve waterboarding? And I said, well, let me ask you a question. On the other side, they chop off our young people's heads. And they put them on a stick. On the other side, they build these iron cages and they'll put 20 people in them and they drop them in the ocean for 15 minutes and pull them up 15 minutes later. Would I approve waterboarding? You bet your ass I would. In a heartbeat.
This guy's the it of the Republican Party. You think the Republican base doesn't want waterboarding? They just want anyone that's in public office or running for office to validate their inner, darker thoughts. They got all those ugly thoughts. They say it over barbecue, and now they got a guy saying it on stage. And that's why you see the guys in the background. They get up with the Trump signs like, yes, yes, let's torture him. Yes, finally. Let's make America great again with torture. And you see Trump work in the crowd. It's not just his ugly thoughts. He's doing this partly because he knows that it's going to work. He's playing to the crowd. He's a natural-born entertainer. You see him pointing to the crowd like, should I do waterboarding? And he knows the answer is going to be thunderous applause. And he's like, yeah, let's do it. Okay, now, wait a minute. Senate Intelligence Committee report, and everyone who's ever studied it say it doesn't work. We waterboarded Khalid Sheikh Mohammed 183 times. Not only did he not give us anything, but think about it logically. If it had worked, why did we have to do it 183 times? If it was so effective, you think once or twice, 7 times, 28 times? Obviously it didn't work. Now, the real objective of waterboarding, by the way, is not to get true confessions, but to get false confessions. That was why the Chinese originally did it. They're the ones who came up with the practices that we wound up putting into effect here in Guantanamo Bay and other places where we ran prisons. And the Chinese wanted to get false confessions out of prisoners that they had captured. Say, oh, yes, your government is doing the wrong thing. The Chinese are right. And later the North Vietnamese used it. Oh, the U.S. government is doing terrible things. You are right. We are wrong. And Cheney used it for the same purpose. He got one of the terrorists that we'd captured, an actual terrorist. They tortured him. He's like, He's like, we did the attacks and we're not Iraq. And finally, they started to bury him alive. And he said, what? Oh, you guys want me to say it's Iraq? Yeah, it's Iraq. Later, it was proven that he made it up because he thought he was going to die that moment. Torture does work in getting false confessions. Now, Donald's going to take that on. You think he's going to be accurate about that? Let's find out.
And don't kid yourself, folks. It works, okay? It works. Only a stupid person would say it doesn't work. It works. They're all saying, oh, it has no effect. It has. I know people that are very, very important people, and they want to be politically correct. And I see some people talking on television about, well, I don't know if it works. And they tell me later on, it works. It works. Believe me, it works. And you know what? If it doesn't work, they deserve it anyway for what they're doing. But it works. It works.
Now, where's your evidence for why it works? I just gave you a ton of evidence why it doesn't work. They studied it, and they talked to the people who did the waterboarding. They talked about the results. They talked about whether they got information, intelligence, anything to justify the waterboarding. They came up with nothing, right? After talking to hundreds of people related to this. Trump's evidence is, I talked to very, very important people, and they tell me off the record that it works. That's his evidence. And what does the crowd do in response? You saw it right there with your own eyes. Yeah! Okay. And he said it too. He said, I don't care if it doesn't work. I just want to torture him. And what was the crowd's response? Yeah, Trump! Trump! You know what? I look at that and I think, oh my God, he's going to win. He's going to win the Republican nomination. Look, it's not a foregone conclusion. I'm not saying write it in stone. But right now, he is the favorite. Stop kidding yourself. A 17-point lead is a 17-point lead. That's the latest Reuters poll. Okay? That's a giant lead. And the guy in second is Ben Carson, who has no chance of winning. Everybody's like, oh, Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio's, I think the last poll I saw was in the teens. I think Trump has about a 30-point lead on Marco Rubio. Who are you kidding? You're kidding yourself. That guy has tapped in to the very core of the id of the Republican Party. And the Republican Party is mainly id. So it works. It's going to keep on working. He's your favorite. No doubt about it. Whether he can win a general election, I don't know. But you want to count him out? You counted him out before. How'd that work out? This maniac has at least a 25% chance of being the most powerful man on earth. God help us all.